Hey everybody, welcome to a stream of mine. Why can I hear myself? Oh, because I unmuted myself in the moderator chat. There we are. All good. That's better. So, uh, okay. I want to start the stream off by saying that there is no one right way to watch a stream. You may experience this stream in any way you can. If you want to be here with me today, like right this second, that's good. If you feel like you want to watch this again, watch it later, like again or not, sort of thing, that is also your choice. And if you choose not to watch it, well, I can't exactly talk to you, but I also respect that choice as well. So, we'll start off by, it's funny, I thought that to be a streamer you had to be professional, and it's like, no, 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 you can choose your level of professionalism. So I'm deciding that, yeah, I'd like to share that journey with you as well as part of my streams. Um, okay, so let's get into the game then. So today we've got Civ 5. Um, we'll just be playing it. I will let the intro video play at first. I think I fixed up all the levels so it's audible now. Let me just check what my headphone settings are, because I think that changes stream sound. I don't actually know. We'll find out. But yeah, we're gonna let the intro video play through, and again, if you're here with me now, then I appreciate it and hope that you are. Well, I lost that thought. So, anyway, let's begin the game and start up. Alright then. So, let's play the game. And yeah, like I said, I'll let the intro video play through for people who haven't seen it, and yeah, we'll have some fun. There we go.
Just as it has always been, when our memories of the ancient world fade into twilight, a new era dawns to fill the void, an unfamiliar path with a pulse of its own, a tempo not dictated by the labor of men, but accelerated by the rhythm of machines, launching the world into an age of bold innovation. From this cauldron of steel and sweat, a vision of prosperity emerged, harnessing the untold power of the elements, turning night into day, creating new designs that brought the world stage to the masses, and providing an experience that many had never imagined. The advent of mechanized warfare brought devastation like none the world had ever seen, providing a window of opportunity for some to dictate conformity as regimes spread their ideologies with a heavy hand, inciting the world to the brink of war. And yet, some chose a different path, and through their vision brought unique perspectives to the world. As singular proponents of free thinking remained, striving for peace in their endeavors to unlock the secrets of the universe, some of which would fill our hearts with fear and regret. And as this progress unfolds, the finite nature of our world becomes clear. Our survival, the survival of all the world's peoples, depends on our ability to coexist in peace. But this peace is tenuous. Although mankind will always look onward, yearning for more, searching for new boundaries, only to break through them, with the understanding that this world is one in which we all share, comes the responsibility of knowing that the decisions you make today will have a lasting impact on the generations of tomorrow.
So, yeah, it's a little preachy. Also checking my stream manager here, and I see I have 2 viewers. Thank you very much for joining me today. Do let me know if you wish to, whether the game volume and my microphone volume are all matched up, working well together or not. And yeah, we'll go on with the stream. I'm doing this today because I'm helping myself conquer my fears, because again, I have come from a life where I felt constant fear of judgment, constant fear of the world, and stuff like that. And this is just sort of like dipping my toe into the water to check the temperature. Just being like, I'm afraid of the water, but let me just see what that does. So, and yeah, if you choose to chat today, I thank you very much. If you choose not to chat today, I also thank you very much for making your own free choice to do so. Alright then. So, thank you Rob for the follow. So, do appreciate it. Hope you're having fun. Alright, so let's play a single player game. We're going to load our save 1 here, which is our save with was it Prince William? William of Orange? I can't remember exactly what it was. We're playing as the Netherlands. We're playing Continents map. It is huge. We're on the highest difficulty level because victory is not what I am looking for here. Victory... The thing is, victory as the game defines it is not what I'm looking for here. I am wishing to challenge myself and see if I can guide a civilization through the harshest of times. I think sometimes there's too much emphasis on, winning a game. And the thing is that if winning the game is what brings you joy, I'm not here to take that away from you. But there's also the joy in knowing that the way that you play your game is individual to you, and you're playing it in the way that you choose to, not in the way that the game is forcing you to. Alright. Oh yeah, so Rob just sent a frog image in the chat. For context, he really likes frogs, and I think frogs are pretty neat too. So, alright, well let's get this game loading and started. And since you probably, if you did catch my last stream of this, you probably didn't hear the text being read aloud here, so I'm going to read it aloud and hopefully get a better thing. Hail, stalwart Prince William of Orange, liberator of the Netherlands and hero to the Dutch people. It was your courageous effort in the 1568 rebellion against Spanish dominion that led the Dutch to freedom, and ultimately resulted in the 80 Years' War. Your understanding allowed for the creation of one of Europe's first modern republics, the 7 United Provinces. You gave your life to the rebellion, falling at the hands of an assassin in 1584, but your death would only serve to embolden the people's charge, and your legacy as father of the fatherland will stand as a symbol of Dutch independence for all time. Brave Prince, the people again yearn for the wise stewardship your wisdom afforded them. Can you once again secure the sovereignty of your kingdom and lead your people to greatness? Can you build a civilization that stands the test of time? Now, the interesting thing about this question is that it still gives you the freedom to say, well, I don't know. I'd like to explore that possibility. And that is what you're doing in this game, is you're exploring a different possibility, a counterfactual, as logicians call it, where you can imagine something that does not exist. And no one can stop you from imagining something that does not exist. And this game is an aid to your imagination, not a replacement for it. Again, these are only my beliefs. Your beliefs can and will differ, and your opinion is valid because you have it. Not because it is objectively valid, but because you have that opinion. Alright, I'll try to preach a little less. I will establish where we were. Oh, goody. We were being attacked by barbarians. So it's now time for me to go on the offensive and protect our lands from these wandering barbarians. So the thing is, what is a city in this case? I think that the way the game is presenting a city is, to begin with, is just a settlement. A place where people are coming together to work the land and use the fruits of the land to better their own lives. Again, not because they feel they have to, but because they are free to choose the way in which they do so. And again, I'll be talking about right and wrong choices as we go, about whether or not your choice was the best or worst choice. You cannot change the fact that you choose it. So, you can only accept or reject the outcomes of that choice. Thank goodness for cough switches. Makes it so much better for you and I. Okay, so, sorry for the drop in game audio. Every time I tap away from the window, it just cuts out. I can probably fix that in the options, and if any of you do know, feel free to let me know. I prefer to look at what research we're going on. Right, walls, pyramids. This is so walls are something that we can create in any town. The pyramids and the mausoleum of Halicarnassus, they are both unique wonders. I think it's unique wonders. Just bear with me while I check. Wonders, wonders, wonders. There's a tab here that says wonders, or is it terrain and features? Nope, that's terrain and features. Ah, there we are, wonders. So, one of a kind buildings. Yeah, world wonder. So a world wonder, only one copy of a world wonder may be constructed anywhere in the world in a given game. National wonders are less exclusive. Each nation may construct one, but only one copy of a national wonder. And then there's project wonders, which we'll get into when that's relevant. Alright, so we were continuing our explorations, because if we are going to know anything about how we're going to conduct ourselves in this world, we should learn. I would like to learn more about it. I'm going to try and avoid using the words should and have to and stuff like that, because I feel like the ways in which we use them today are sometimes incorrect, in that it seems to limit the choices that someone should make. Alright, so I want you to get the experience. So the thing is, cities don't gain experience from attacking units, but other units do, and this is why he's qualified for a promotion at the moment. Looking at the land around my capital, it is mostly open, so I think I would prefer him to be more qualified to fight in open terrain, which is no hills, forest, or jungle. And then, and that's the thing, it doesn't put you at a disadvantage to fight in those areas, it just means that it has a natural advantage in those areas because it has experience doing so. So now we'll take it out. There's Brazil's scout. because they're also exploring the world and finding out more about it. And we shall continue on. Okay, so I will have you heal up the rest of your way, and then continue your patrol around the city. And you, I would like you to see what's off in that direction. Looks like there's some desert. Your units they don't degrade in deserts. I believe that somebody might have come up with a mod for that, but yeah, being in any sort of terrain most of the time doesn't disadvantage a unit or make it weaker or anything like that. But it's interesting to think about what choices the designers made to make this a fun game. It's funny, my brain's saying you must talk all the time, you must constantly babble whatever comes to mind, and I'm starting to learn that no, silence is not something to be feared. Like if I did an entirely silent stream, that I think people would not enjoy it as much. But the thing is that I can choose when I am silent and when I am saying something, and I am free to choose that, because seriously, I came from a life where I didn't think I had any freedom. So, where I didn't give myself any freedom, because I did not trust myself to act responsibly. And again, no, no. Preachy, Kyle. Not too preachy. You have time. I don't have to concentrate all of my philosophy into, you know, a single stream or a single video. I can take time to develop my ideas, to take in opinions and advice from other people, um, which anyone who wants to give me an opinion or advice, I really do appreciate it. Uh, like, if you don't want to give me opinions or advice, I also really do appreciate that. Ooh, hello. So there's a barbarian encampment, which can't remember if we covered last time, but it's just essentially it will spawn barbarians until it's destroyed. Because it's interesting to think, do these barbarians, and I'd be very interested to hear your opinions, do these barbarians live outside of society by choice, or because they feel they have no other choice? I think it may be a mix of both, that some people choose that life they lead because of the freedoms that it gives them, and some choose that life because they feel that there is no other way in which they can live their life. And interesting what all your opinions may or may not be about that subject. So, if you feel like putting something down in the chat, feel free. Right, you're still patrolling to make sure that we are not under threat. Yep, so this is just saying that it's been discovered. Looks like the seas might be a little dangerous with that barbarian galley. Yeah, and then we'll go next turn. So they've fortified so that they may heal. So I like to think that because our turns are going in 15-year chunks, though it's weird to think that somebody would just be like that a military force would just be sitting someplace for 15 years. Um, Interesting thought. That might be that if each turn is 15 years, then it's probably saying it takes 15 years for them to complete this action. Which would make them really slow, but not. It'd be odd. Right then. Let's see. I clicked off the thing again. We're learning. We're learning. We're always going to be learning. Okay then. Let's attack this. Should we attack it for some experience? Yeah, why not? Even if they should attack us back, we should be able to fortify near their fortification. And hopefully they don't overwhelm us. But again, I don't actually know what difficulties there are. I know that the AIs are that you're not giving any advantages. Some difficulty levels say that things cost more or less depending on their um, advantages, disadvantages, the difficulty level. I just know that the AI units at least start out with more units and probably with a greater ability to spread. I just realized that yeah, I'm free to make whatever faces I like at the camera. There's nothing really stopping me except not fear of the consequences, but just thought of the consequences. If I send them down there, they should get a better idea of what's around there, and I think limiting ourselves to just seeing around our city is. What are what are the advantages and disadvantages of that choice? We could come down here, get them to. I think exploring this peninsula and then coming back is safe. Like maybe going through there and is not safe. We'll leave that for our other wandering unit to do. Um, Alright, so whoop, nope. Um, Actually, yeah. We don't need to micromanage. We can just say, hey, we want you to go here in the time it takes you to get there. If I give you alert now. Melee units will get a defensive bonus for fortifying. Um, Archers won't. Like ranged units generally won't. I think again it changes from thing to thing. So yeah, just a nice chill stream. Just hanging out. No pressure on anyone to do anything, and it's fun. Again, you can watch this stream however you want. You can have it on in the background. You can pay fervent attention to it. You can decide, yeah, I'm done, and do what you want to do. Um, that was probably not a wise idea, now that I think about it. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. No, it's not too bad. It's just a bunch of archers who seem to... It seems they do get a fortification. Defensive bonus.
How happy are those whose walls already rise?
Alright, so now we can build walls to make our city a little safer, because I am pretty sure that at this difficulty the AI come gunning for your city pretty quickly. Not necessarily all the AI, but there's definitely a very warlike country that's just like, ooh, easy pickings. Nice. Okay, you fortify until you are healed. Um... Oh good, our work has been made. We should probably make a scout, because it's, as you can see here, it says it's excellent at exploring. This unit is not slowed by rough terrain, but is vulnerable to attack. So if I use the scout carefully, I should be able to get reasonable stuff. Oh, you may have noticed these symbols here. They just say that your different advisors um, recommend what these buildings. Um, you don't have to make them or not. I can't remember what the thing is. So I just got a message on my phone, gonna check it real quick. It's from an unknown number. And all it says is fella. I'll ask them who it is later. Alright then. So what do we want you to be doing? So workers can be used to improve these tiles so that they increase their output. Certain improvements can only be built after you've researched certain technologies, such as, constructing a quarry to quarry marble and stone. We will need to research calendar to take advantage of the cotton there, which gives me an idea. Yeah, let's go for calendar. We don't even know writing yet, so... But, again, it takes time. Everything's going to take the time that it takes. So, you shouldn't be worrying that you're wasting time. Alright, well, if I take you over here, you can improve the production of this tile. So that's right, I'd like to see what tiles you are using. So you can manage things and say you have to work a certain tile. I thought that to be good at this game, you had to micromanage everything, and realizing that no, there's nothing you have to do in this game. There is an optimal strategy, yes, probably an objectively optimal strategy if you're going for one of the victories, but your strategy when you come to this game is your own, and you make it with the best information that you have available. Oh right, yes, I want you, goodbye mouse, want you to come down here, attack these archers. Okay, next turn. This funny part of my brain's just like, you should be on for the camera, you should be confident, you should be, looking like a professional, and I'm like, shut up brain, I don't want to hear that. So, I will develop those skills in time, I don't have them yet. So, and that's okay. Should be able to take out this encampment soon. We get some gold for destroying it as well. So I imagine that we just plunder whatever they plundered, and it gets returned to quote-unquote the state. We're not much of a nation right now. We've only got one set of workers, and two sets of warriors. So can't really do anything much about that. We don't exactly exert a lot of power in the region just yet. After all, our people are only just starting to learn how to live with each other. Can't really expect them to do a lot politically. Do I mean politically? I'm not sure. Alright, it's time to extend the turn. Ah! Hello, Nebuchadnezzar. I'm Nebuchadnezzar. Pray you're not just another idiot sent here to waste my time. Well, I'm going to use my time in the way that I see fit. I don't know that I like you. And I'm not going to give you an embassy. So, nice to meet you. Bye.
Deveremos prosperar através do comércio?
Now this is interesting, is you can make a declaration of friendship between civilizations. Should you accept the first offer of friendship that comes your way? I don't think that you should the thing is that this person is a stranger to me, and a stranger is just somebody you don't have enough information about to reasonably know how they're going to act. So you should not blindly trust strangers, but you should not blindly fear them either. So for the moment, until we have done things to prove our friendships, I'm going to say, sorry, we prefer to go it alone at the moment. Oh, well, that is a shame for you too, but thank you for extending the hand of friendship. But again, if I don't know anything about you, there's not much I can do to help. I don't like my warrior staying up there. He is too exposed to unknown things around him. So, around them. They are too exposed to things around them. So yeah, how's everyone doing today? Swimming along? Having a good time? Let's see here. Promote a unit. Shop to drill one. Ah, right, yes. So we're now onto the second promotion. We have a few more available. We have drill, which is combat strength when fighting a rough terrain. We have shock again, which gives us extra strength when we're fighting an open terrain. These two are sort of the foundational promotions. Pretty much you'd have to increase your promotions in these to access new promotions, like amphibious, which eliminates the combat penalty for attacking from the sea or across a river. Uh, cover, which helps you defend against ranged attacks. And medic, which heals 5 additional HP per turn. I think I'm going to give you medic, because I want to make sure that you stay alive for as long as I need. Because that's the thing, I don't know if other civilizations are gathering their forces for an attack. I just know that I would like to take reasonable precautions to make sure that I am safe. It doesn't mean that I have to play the safest way, just that I can do that. Hey, I can't remember the name of Imperius, but they're another streamer that I follow. Hey, how you going? Enjoying? Hope you're enjoying the stream. Or don't. I'm not your dad. That's a weird phrase when you think about it. So it's just like your dad will try to stop you? Not everyone's dad does. Alright then. We keep on bumming along. Where's my sticky? Yeah, no, that's alright. And I just want to say thank you for coming to join us for any amount of time. You're free to choose, you know, however long you stick around. And yeah, I'm just glad you decided you wanted to hang out. Even if it was only for 5 seconds, that'd be fine as well. So, I don't care. Not that I don't care. It's funny, I don't feel like I should say I don't care about other people's opinions, but I think that I am learning the level of care that I want to have about other people's opinions. So, they've messaged again. Nope, that's master mandatory at the doctor's appointment tomorrow. Right, yes, you were going to go heal up in the city. Because I feel that healing up is not that the unit itself is healing, it's just that you're gathering more men for the unit to replace the ones that you've lost. And the amount of time that that takes, like if you're outside your borders, the rate at which you gain new followers is slow because, you know, people have to travel from the borders, or you're gathering from the local populace that are living in those lands. Um, Whereas if you're within your borders, then you have a much higher chance of attracting people to join your military. So, and when you're in the city, you have the highest rate of regaining membership. Because these warriors aren't, like, imagine that I kept them from the start of the game to the end of the game. They're not the same people throughout that whole time. It's more a representation, I think, of a unit and a way of training, like what a military unit is and a way of training. Like, you have military units that are older than the people who are in it, because that unit is just passing on its way of training onto the next generation, and then that next generation is passing on its way of training to the next generation, and that's where you can promote a unit, as in their training involves that sort of um, procedure in it. So, and yeah, thank you, Imperius. It's yes, and that's the thing, is that when people give you their thoughts about something, they cannot make you change your mind. At least I do not believe that people have the ability to make you change your mind. They can only try to convince you that, you know, the way that you're thinking is not good for you, or something along those lines. And pretty much the people who tell you to blindly fear something are people who don't have your best interests at heart. People who tell you to fear the consequences don't really have your best interests at heart. But people who, tell you, hey, these are some problems that I can see, and you can feel free to make the choice to take on that advice or not. Those are the people that I want to associate with. They're because I make the conscious choice as to who I listen to. There's no I have to listen to my friends, or I have to um, take on advice from people who hate me, or even have to interact with trolls. These are just things that I can choose to do. So, and you can tell me whether you think that's a right choice or a wrong choice, or you can choose not to tell me at all. And I am happy with any option you choose, because there's no right or wrong choice there. There's only your choice, because nobody can hop into the driver's seat of your brain and make that choice for you. So, I don't mean to say that, the one thing that we all share, and again, you can believe that we all share it or not, but I believe the one thing we all share is that we are thinking beings, taking in input from the world. And by from the world, I mean our environment, which can include people, or can include natural disasters, or just, your sight, the sound, the things that you feel. And we're all trying to figure out. And the thing is that we respond to the world by making decisions. And which decisions you make are entirely up to you, because nobody can hop into your body and make the decisions for you. To the best of my knowledge, that is. Alright, yes, so you've healed up, so I want you to try going out there again. Let me know if you see anything. Yeah, so, one moment. Alright then. Right, yes. He was gonna try and do that. Yes, so you can queue up orders as you go with this journey. I am assuming no knowledge on the, part of the, watcher of this stream, because I feel like that would make it more accessible to anyone who wants to watch it. Um, And so yes, so you can queue up orders, and then if remember that there was a barbarian encampment here, if you were to try and move it past it, when the time came for it to do its orders, because it would do its orders after you hit next turn, it'd say, hey, we see an enemy. Do you really think this is a good idea? So, and I like that it gives you that sort of safety net where you can, where it doesn't stop you from doing what you want to do. It just gives you the option to continue that action or not based on new information that you have. Is someone backing up outside? Yep. Okay then. Ah, dinger. We didn't put the rubbish out. Oh well. It's not too full, so we don't have to worry too much. Right, yes. So, we have now gained enough culture to adopt a social policy. So, social policies are pretty much you're telling people this is what we want our society to look like. These are the things that are important to us. So, you start out with the social policy trees. You can explore down any of these. You're free to choose any of these you want. I hope I'm not flashing through them too fast. So I will take my time to explain all of these. If you're watching in the video later, you can just skip ahead if you already know this, or just skip to the part you like, because there's no one right way to experience media. So you could watch every other 5 seconds of this video for all I care, because I don't. I'm not truly invested in how you experience media, except that I want you to experience media in the way that is right for you, not in the way that you think that you should. Like, that you feel is being imposed on you by other people. Okay, so, first up we have the policy of tradition. It's best for small empires. Adopting tradition greatly increases the rate of border expansion in cities, and also grants three culture per turn in the capital. Unlocks building the hanging gardens. So each of these trees also, if you start going down them, you have a unique building that you can build. A unique world wonder that you can build. Um, and you're competing with other nations to see who will build that wonder first. Alright, adopting all policies in tradition tree. So we won't worry about what happens when we adopt all the policies, because that's not relevant for us now. But if you want to stop and read through it, feel free. Liberty. It's best for civilizations which desire rapid expansion. Adopting liberty will provide one culture per turn in every city, and unlocks the ability to build the pyramids. So you might have seen that I was researching a technology that said that it allowed the pyramids. So it's sort of that there are two prerequisites before you can build it. Is that you must adopt the liberty um, social policy and have that research to be able to build the pyramids. Also, wait a minute. Were the pyramids built by slaves or built by free? So that's alright. Thanks, Imperius. And again, feel free to watch or not watch as you see fit. Um, yeah, a lot of people seem to think that the pyramids were built by slaves, and yet it's in the Liberty tree, because I think liberty is, the freedom to do things, like freedom of choice and stuff like that. You might be able to guess which social policy tree I might be exploring first. So, honor. Honor improves the effectiveness of one's armies in a variety of ways. Adopting honor gives a 33% combat bonus versus barbarians, and notifications will be provided when new barbarian encampments spawn in revealed territory. So revealed territory is... So right now it doesn't give us information about whether a barbarian encampment is in... gesticulating at the screen like you can see. as if you can see it. If you see this this shaded area here, the Fog of War, if there was a barbarian encampment here, we would not know until we went and explored that area, but this social policy will let us know where they pop up um, in revealed territory, which is territory that's shaded but not in fog like those ones. And then piety. Piety increases the face of empires. Adopting piety allows you to build shrines and temples in half the usual time, unlocks building the Great Mosque of Jen. So, my choice in this case is because I am afraid that my freedom will be taken away from me, I will start adopting honor. That does not mean that I am forced to go through all of these policies and get to the end. It's just that I can adopt honor, these will become available, and I move my way down the trees as I see fit. And I am still free to adopt any of those ones. Because we'll talk about ideology when it comes up. Probably, well, I guess as long as it takes us to get there, because I got no idea. So, I'm playing this game at my own pace and having fun doing so. Alright. Yes, so I will adopt honor. And it just, so you don't accidentally click on it, it brings up that pop-up to make sure that that was the action you wanted to do. And as we can tell, there's another barbarian encampment up there. It's not something to be feared per se, but I do have to be mindful of the fact that there may be barbarians that come down. If barbarians come down and find my worker, they can take the worker. If my worker had finished an improvement, they could pillage it for money. So, and this is just representing what wild people did. Unit needs orders. Right, yes, I want you to go to the middle of New Amsterdam and start recruiting more recruits. Yes. Feels like not a good way to say that, but I'm not going to say everything in a good way to begin with. So, I see that we have 3 viewers here. Thank you very much for joining me if you're here live. Also, thank you for joining me if you're watching the VOD later. And again, even though you're not going to hear me, thank you for making the choice not to watch me if you choose not to watch me. So, because all of those are valid options, and I'm not going to tell you which one's the right one or the wrong one. It's just your one. And yeah, I'm gonna be banging on about freedom a lot. If it gets, if you believe that I am doing so too much, you may share that opinion with me, and I will take it under advisement. Alright, unit needs orders. Aren't you going in the middle of New Amsterdam? I thought I told you to do that. Okay, so we've extended that a little bit. Let's go back that way. If we recruit enough, we should hopefully be able to take out that encampment without suffering heavy losses. So, but we want to stay reasonably close because somebody's probably gonna come try wreck our shit at some point. I want to make sure that we're ready for that. Okay then. I'm gonna take a quick break now. So, I will leave things playing, like play some music while we're gone. This will cut out the audio, and yeah, I will see you in about 5 minutes. All good. Catch ya. And we're back. Hey everyone. So I followed up on that message and found out it was my uncle Lindsay who said hi to me in the messages, and yeah, thanks for joining in today. So really appreciate it. All right. Uh, Hopefully the music didn't catch you by surprise. So we're just going to move this one back here because we're heading up for that barbarian encampment, and we'll continue on with the turns. Alright, I'm probably going to be streaming for another 20 minutes and then I'm going to go start getting ready for work. So, it's been a lot of fun and a nice comfortable experience for me. So, I think people don't realize just how important it is to be comfortable. So, because sometimes you are going to be uncomfortable, you're not going to be comfortable all the time, but being comfortable helps you live your life without fear of things happening that you didn't expect. Whoa, a little too close. Okay, so you're heading up there. I don't want you to cross the river because that would limit your movement. And yet you are telling me that would be the most efficient way to get there. So let's do it your way actually. So again, they'll just keep going until they see an enemy unit and then they'll stop and check. No, thank you, Nebuchadnezzar. Oh, right, we also can't just give gold to each other unless we have a declaration of friendship. Um, at the moment, they can only give gold per turn. Yes, I know you're impatient, Nebuchadnezzar, but you're also an AI who is waiting at my pleasure, so don't look so upset by it. Hopefully. Okay then. No, I don't think we want this deal because you thought I was wasting your time, so just gonna have to wait until we can get reciprocal embassies, and I actually want to know where you are and where you're coming from. Okay, another barbarian encampment has been discovered up over here. Ooh, that's gonna be a little difficult to root out because we've got the got all the hills in the background around it, stuff like that. So attacking them from this hill doesn't look like it'll be a bad thing. I think I set the difficulty to the barbarians to raging barbarians as well. I don't think I covered that the setup of this game, but you can decide just how bad the barbarian hordes are, and I decided that I'd like them to be pretty dang bad because people in this world like to live free to do whatever they like. Alright, so the warrior, right, choosing a new production for New Amsterdam. I think now is probably a good time to expand our borders by founding a new city. So let's start building a settler, which will take 46 turns. It is going to be a long time, but I think it's going to be well worth it. Though for the moment I'm going to change production, because when you're producing a settler, your city cannot grow. And I think I would like my city to grow at least one bigger before I do that. So let's change production to something that doesn't do that. And remember, we can start production on any of these things. We don't have to follow through that whole time. So I think I will start making efforts to make a monument in New Amsterdam. Sorry. Like I said, thank goodness for cough switches. Alright, so you need orders to go that way. Just gonna approach carefully. Oh, it's only another archer in there. They should be easy to overrun and get rid of. Alright, and now we have a scout. So now we can send our scout out to investigate the world. While hopefully not endangering them too much. be careful. The pyramids has been built in a faraway land. Wow, that was quick. Somebody got on that. Alright, well now that somebody's built the pyramids, I can't build them for my own civilization. The only thing that I can do is try and take over the city that has it. Like, if I really wanted the pyramids, I'd have to go in and take over the city that has that wonder there. Alright, what site do I want you to have? I want you to just move through the clear terrain there. Just because they can move through rough terrain with no difficulty doesn't mean you have to send them there. It just makes it easier for them to move around. Unit needs orders. Right. Yeah, you would have a major victory. Now when you're fighting barbarians, your warriors can only level up to level 2, as you can see. Oh, sorry, can only level up to level 3. They can only gain 30 experience. Probably because, again, it's not organized resistance that you're coming up against, so you're not going to have a lot of experience in, against organized resistance. But I think that, yes. Oh, right. I also don't know if... I think getting a flanking bonus is one of the social policies there. Oh, no, you can still get the flanking bonus. 15% combat strength for melee units, which have another military unit in an adjacent tile. La 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 la. Run out of water, nearly run out of coffee. Okay, so we'll have to wait for that one. But yes, if we go up there, we now also get a 10% flanking bonus, which you can see down there. You can see all the different bonuses you have. So this is just going to improve our chances of success and help us lose less men. Open up it up to the 3 viewers who are watching me right now. I want to again thank you very much for coming and hanging out with me on the internet. I just hope to be able to make a nice space where we can just all hang out, talk to each other if we want to, or not talk to each other if we don't want to. So, alright. I will have the less damaged unit attack that one. Alright, and then I can keep these warriors circling around my city to keep an eye on the area around it. If I'm going to want to cross water, that's right, I was thinking of building up my navy, so at some point I want to get the technology of sailing so that we can start to explore the oceans, find out more about them. And that's something I want to do with the next settler, which is what I'll do in 3 turns, is make a city on the sea. There are a couple good places here to build one. I will make a more detailed decision when we get there. Okay. And that's right, we've got the Cerro de Potosi, which would help us a lot with money as well. So there are a lot of different places where we can settle the lands around here. Alright then. Okay, just gonna check something in OBS. Good. That's alright. I'm just checking whether you'll be in Sightline. No, I know. That's it. That's exactly it. Is it trying to find out what will happen? So, like I said, I'll probably be done in about 5 minutes or so. Wrap up the stream there. 5-10 minutes. I don't know the schedule here. So, alright. So you can now. I want you to. How much do you have to heal? So outside. So you'd be spending 3 turns healing back up to full strength. Let's take you down that way. Whoops, sorry about that. Just had to change tab again. Alright then, so we'll send the scout to go see what the forces out that way look like. We'll move on with our turns. So shiny and glittery. Very, very tempting. Also, thank you, elephant. Yeah. Alright then, so it's now our turn again. We're going to move there to get some more information. So this has hand axes in it, which I can't remember what the... no, I don't want you to attack it. Please, do not attack it. I can't remember all the information about a hand axe, but they are able to get defensive bonuses from fortifying, because literally they're just throwing axes at you. Alright, and I also want you to move down this way. Actually, you'll only take one turn to heal, so I will get you to heal. You can come down here, gather men from the forest. Okay, so I will just check OBS again real quick. So yep, Mum, you're in the background of the stream. So I'll see if I can. No, that's alright. I'll move my camera this way, so it's a bit of an odd angle, but it's alright. There we are. That should maintain your privacy. So now only part of you's on the screen. So, yep. All good. Okay. Also, let's bring this one back up again. Go to that one. All good. Okay. Now we're back. Fortify until healed within territory. You have healed, so now... I think I will send them in opposite directions, rotating around my city there. Just to make sure that our borders are safe, our workers are safe. And you didn't attack me, so I'm getting the heck out of there. Alright. We're 85 turns in. Feels like a lot and not a lot at the same time. Precisely because, you know, we have so many turns but not very much changes with them. So... and now that New Amsterdam has grown, I'd like to change your production to a settler. Which is still going to be 46 turns away, but at least we have 4 people to work the lands around now. We nearly finished researching pottery, which will give us the ability to build a granary to improve how much food we've got, and a shrine to let people believe what they wish to believe. I think something was said about... I think that your food gets folded into production for creating the settler. So the more food you have, the faster your settlers will come about. Alright, we'll cross the river here. We'll move through the open plains here. Probably explore some of the lands up around there that we don't know anything about. Because yes, we want us... I would like my scouts to be fleet of foot and just, you know, keep me updated on, you know, what's happening in the world around me.
Shall the clay say to him that fashioneth it, what makest thou?
Okay, and then we're researching calendar, which will allow us to build Stonehenge. Stoneworks, which is a building that's just contingent on having a quarry. and be able to construct a plantation, which is the improvement I'll need to make use of the cotton that I have around here. Alright, so you can go down that way, and we see the English scout there. We can go up and around that way. And we'll explore more of the lands around there. So I'm losing my fear of the surroundings because I haven't found any very warlike nations just yet. So we'll see whether it's justified or not. And it's just about 12:30, so I think I'm done for the day. Just want to say thank you for everyone who joined me today. I appreciated the company. Thank you for everyone who chooses to watch this later. That's also something that I appreciate. And thank you for making the choice not to watch my streams if you don't want to, because that's also a valid choice, and I'm not going to tell you what the right or wrong thing to do is here. Alright then. So yep, I will set up some tunes to play out my show with, and I hope you all have a lovely day here today. Alright. Bye guys.